Hi Jake and Catherine, it's Rick. Behind my little introduction here are the videos regarding Taylor Morrison. I wanted to insert a couple of thoughts here. First of all, the lots, as I mentioned in the video, the lots that back up to the farm have an $8,000 premium. And the lot that backs up to the trees and no backyard neighbor, that'll make more sense to you when you see the video. That has an $18,000 premium. It didn't really increase the backyard. It does increase the privacy, but it did not really increase the backyard area as I had hoped when I got there looking at it. But you'll see that for yourself. I had this thought, and to add to your consideration, when we start adding $8,000 or $18,000 to the equation, especially the $18,000 one, we're 1/3 of the way of what we would be able to do the acre and a half. In other words, $18,000 is added onto the cost, and that's almost 1/3 of what it would cost us to buy the acre and a half. So with that thought in mind, another thought came to mind, and that was this. The attraction at Taylor Morrison is the fact that they're paying, in my opinion, is the fact that they're paying the closing cost. Now that's in there somewhere, although their overall price and price production is lower because of the fact that they are a tract home builder. The thought came to me is, what if we got Walter Rad to pay a portion? Now I know he's not going to be able to pay it all, and I don't even know, I'm talking to you before I talk to him, but what if I get him to pay a portion, but we increase the price overall to pick up the balance of it so that that $12,000 doesn't come out of pocket? So as an example, let's say he picks up $4,000 or $5,000, and I'm just picking a number. Then we add the balance of the $7,000 into the cost of the home, and then he pays them all. I hope that makes sense to you. Then your VA funding fee, you're going to have to pay no matter what, and that's going to be rolled over no matter where we go. So that's sort of an even Steven type of thing. Now add to that, I sent him a request this morning for an update on where he is on that home that you and I saw, Jake, and asked him if it's closed yet, and if not, is it available for me to give you guys an update video. So as soon as I hear back from him, I'll let you know what the status is in that. I'm not trying to confuse you guys. I'm just trying to keep your options available and open. And again, my desire is to get you in the perfect home, the home that you're happy with and pleased with, and that you'll look back and say that I helped you to get there. So anyway, with that, I'll go ahead and show you now the videos that came from the vacant lots, and also an in-production Hemingway home. All right? Thanks again for sticking with me.
Okay, here is a Hemingway that's under construction. I'm standing in the middle of the street in front of it, and it fills up the whole frame. I'm shooting wide angle, so that gives you an idea. It's pretty big. Pretty big. It is 2-car up front, but then it's stacked to a 3-car, as we already discussed. This house is, I believe, sold and is just beginning to be framed out, or is maybe framed out and beginning to get drywall. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at it. Okay, right now this is the dining room. It is pretty good size as compared to what most formal dining rooms are nowadays. And then that butts up, as you can see, through the studs that are the framing that's in there. That goes on the other side of the garage as far as where I am right now. This area here is the family or the great room area. You have triple wide sliders right there. And then as we come around, this is where the breakfast counter is going to be. Over here you can see where the island is going to be. And then over here is the rest of the kitchen. Kitchen is really large, as we've pointed out. I'm walking it and turning it as we go along. Over here is the breakfast nook, or the informal dining area. This is actually pretty good sized as well. A lot of times it's called a nook because it's small. This area is probably 10 or 11 feet in distance, which is a good size for what they call a breakfast nook. We're now in the master. The master suite takes up the side of the house, and 3 sets of windows that look out into the backyard, as well as a door that goes out on the lanai. Now, these folks went with the extended lanai. So I'm walking out, and you can see right here, the family room, and we have the extended lanai. Then I'm going to pan up and show you the distance from the end of the lanai to the backyard. Now remember, I'm shooting wide-angle lens. Now I'm at the very back part of the property, right where that black protective construction cloth is running along is the actual property line. And then there's a ground swell, sort of like it's not a ditch, but it's just a runoff area that goes about 10 feet. And of course that is not part of your land, which means that that's not part of the price, but it's your area. Not sure who maintains that. I'm thinking that since it's not yours, matter of fact, I'm sure that the maintenance belongs to the HOA. This gives you a long view right here. Let me zoom forward, and you can see how that swell goes right on down between the back part of the property and the fence. Now coming back, I'm at the back part of the property line now, and we're looking at the house. I'm not sure exactly what the footage is. I'll have to look at it on a survey, but I will say this: it's not like it's not like sitting right on the property line. There's enough room to put a pool in here, and still have a little bit of backyard if you wanted. This particular piece of property, it looks like it might have a little bit of extra room in the back corner based on where the black felt is, or black border, whatever it's called. This area is upstairs, and this is the game room. It's large area. And then over here, or this is all filled in, this is the media room. All right, coming back again to the back part of the game room. This is the view over the fence of the farmland. Here's what I'd say about the farmland is that it's probably going to stay this way for a long time, and it may always stay this way. But it's also got the possibility of someday selling and being rezoned and being developed. There's no way of telling. I don't know that it could never happen. I don't know if it happened in 20 years. I can't tell you, but right now it's a farm. Here's the garage, and I was saying about the stacked area, the stacked third car. Here's the area here that tandems or piggybacks behind the front 2-car area. So again, you know, this is it as far as what it looks like. It's not, you know, it's about a standard 1 wide and a little bit, probably about as deep as the front 2. That's what my estimate would be. This is one of the 2 lots available over by the fence, over by the farmland. And not much you can really tell by this. Again, because I've got it on wide angle, and even if I zoom in, you really can't tell, but at least it gives you an idea. Here's a house that's next door to, or 2 doors down, that will give you an idea. It's a single story. Don't know if that's any help. But anyway, I think that the other one that we just viewed gives a better idea, because it's the Hemingway on a piece of land. But it does show you that there's 2 lots. I'm on the middle of 3. There's this one and then this one to the right that are available. And now we've got one more lot to look at. Now here's a lot that has no backyard neighbors. I'm not going to say it's conservation, but it's got some trees and nothing, nothing behind where the house will be. The trees, that would be the view. It's not like an expansive view. The trees are very thick, but you would never have to worry about a backyard neighbor. Now, as comparison to the farmland, where the farmland's wide open and everything, as I mentioned, we don't know what will ever happen to the farmland. Will it be converted to a neighborhood someday? We just don't know. But it will be this way. Of course, this one has a premium higher than the other. Now, don't think I mentioned the prices. The other 2 lots, 2 or 3 lots, whatever it was, over by the farm fence, are a premium of $8,000 a piece, and this one is a premium of $18,000.